Tate, big day for the defense. 5 sacks, 4 turnovers. Coach had talked earlier in the week about, having the ability to put a team away. And did it feel like you guys did that today?
Yeah, I'm very proud of our guys. We've been harping on it. We need to play a complete game as a defense. The offense has been bailing us out the last couple weeks, and we've been sick and tired of giving up too many points and too many yards. So we took it personal, and we were challenged, and we accepted that challenge, and I think it showed today.
Despite Kent's record, they had some really talented offensive players, including, number 2, the wide receiver. What did you guys do to key in to keep him from having a big game and to kind of quell their quarterback as well?
Yeah, they had great players. We just had a really good game plan. Coach Power put us in very good positions, and I think we were able to stop him. I don't know how many catches he had, but it seemed like not a lot, and so our game plan was awesome. And just credit to Coach Power, he put us in a great scheme and great game plan for this, the whole week.
A lot more blitzing out of the defensive backfield. Knowing that you guys are going to do that going into the game, does it get you kind of excited, or do you got to kind of maybe hide it a little when you're on the field so they don't know you're coming?
Yeah. I'm excited, but you definitely have to hide it. You can't show it too much, or they're just going to check out of it. So, you just got to stay poised, and once you get the chance, you got to do 100 miles an hour, and I'm just very proud of everybody who did that today.
All right, take questions.
They were 1-13 on third downs. What do you think you guys saw or did well on third downs to stop them from?
Really just communicating. That was another aspect. I'm pretty sure before the whole week went on, we were second to last in third down efficiency, I believe. So we took that personally. We knew we had to be better on that, and it showed up today. So I'm just very proud of the guys and just, again, the scheme that Coach Power put us in, that we were able to do that and execute.
On your second interception, what did you see there to get in the position to make that catch?
I just knew he loves number 2. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to go. And I saw him take it, so I just went where number 2 was.
You guys have created double-digit turnovers in the past 3-4 games. What's different about the way Scott Power is putting you in position and how you guys are able to kind of, force those turnovers right now?
Yeah, he's been putting us in great positions. It's really just, the guys on the field. Like once we are locked in and we communicate and we do our job and the technique and fundamentals, we're dangerous. You can see that. We create so many turnovers and all that stuff. Just need to stop letting up the other stuff happen, focus on our technique and fundamental, and that's what we did this week. And again, we were challenged. The offense has been doing great, and we have not been doing well. And it's, it starts with me. I needed to play better, and, today was a different result, and I'm just proud of everybody on that defense.
Coach Taylor said at the beginning of the week, the outside noise is kind of like rat poison. I mean, I've even saw it posted up on the walls around here. How did that kind of feed into your guys' performance today?
Oh, it was awesome. Like, again, as you can see, Kent State has a lot of good players, and the record is not as good as that team is. That team is really good. They should be better than that record. And they were going to come in, and they had homecoming and all that stuff, or we had homecoming, and then I thought it was, the thing is, like, Kent State comes in, homecoming, they're 1 and whatever they are, they have, they have nothing to lose. We have everything to lose. We're at the top of the MAC right now. So we just took it as, another game, just 1-0 each week, just each play, just the same.
All right. Thank you, Tate.
Appreciate you.
Hayden, Coach had mentioned earlier in the week about, the ability to finally be able to put a team away. How did the offense contribute to doing that today?
Yeah, I think coming out of halftime, we got to start faster. Our defense came out of half. Tate made a big interception, and that's one of those moments like you're talking about where we really have to put them away. So, kind of looking in the mirror, we got to be better out of halftime. Kind of our mentality is every time we take the field, we expect to score, and especially if the defense is giving us takeaways. I think they had 4 or 5 turnovers for us today. So, we just got to do a better job of capitalizing on those moments, because when those guys are doing their job, they expect us to do ours. So, just finding a way to be better out of halftime, and capitalizing on, Kent State mistake.
What was your kind of thoughts or running through your head when you handed off Hayden, seeing him go 92 yards for a touchdown?
I knew it was going to be a touchdown, just based on the look that Kent State showed, some that we had seen on film all week. Going through my head, and when they lined up like that, all I'm thinking about is it's going to be a touchdown. Just gather the snap, hand it to him, and I knew he'd take care of the rest. So O-line did their job, and Jaden's a heck of a player, so he kind of made it easy.
Questions?
Hayden, this is, for you guys, just looking at how you guys performed on the offensive side of the ball, defense stepping up once more. Does this seem as though this was the best complete effort that you guys have put forth on the field this season?
Yeah, I think this is our most complete game. A lot of stuff to clean up, though. You know, there's a lot of things that we left out there on offense. You know, whether it was a mistake that I made or, you know, just a missed opportunity. But, you know, we're going to look to learn and grow from those things, and, you know, hopefully, you know, continue to strive for perfection. That's our goal. You know, every time we take the field, we expect points, you know, offensively. So just cleaning up the little things. And then defense, you know, they played really well. And it was awesome just feeling the energy and the vibe coming from the sideline with those guys. You know, I couldn't have been more proud of, you know, leaders like Tate, Wahlberg, Damari, like all those guys. You know, they played their hearts out. So it was cool to be a part of.
You obviously had a fantastic game throwing the ball, but it's got to make life a little bit easier when you can hand it off to one of 3 guys back behind you who can just seemingly take the ball any length of distance at any time.
Definitely. And I think it all starts up front. You know, I truly believe that we have the best offensive line, you know, in the group of 5 and, you know, arguably one of the best in the country. So those guys do a tremendous job. You know, they come every single day. They practice hard. They work hard, and you know, no matter what it is. And for a lot of those guys, they're all 6-year, you know, 5th, 6-year seniors who have been doing the same thing over and over again for the last 6 years. So, you know, just for them, their ability to fight complacency and, you know, just continuing to work is impressive, you know, because a lot of times when you're in college for 6 years, you know, things start to fall off a little bit, but it's not the case for those guys. And, you know, they make my life easier. As a play caller for Coach Bell, I'm sure it helps him. You know, our running backs, they do a nice job too when they have the ball in their hands, but, you know, it all starts up front with those 5 or 6 guys.
You guys scored on your first 2 drives. What does that do for you going forward in the game, and how does that kind of affect your morality going forward?
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously it's good to start off with a score, but like I was saying before, that our standard, our expectation is to score, you know, every time we touch the field. So, you know, I think for us, you know, we're doing what we expect to do. But obviously that helps, you know, from a momentum perspective, you know, just kind of getting in the groove of things, getting in the swing of it. And obviously the defense did a nice job of getting us the ball back quick there in the first half, and we were able to capitalize on some of that, but still got some stuff to clean up.
You threw that pick late in the second quarter. How are you able to turn that around and come out and complete the game the way you did?
Just focus on doing my job. You know, nobody likes throwing interceptions or turning the ball over, but I've thrown plenty of them in my, you know, 35 starts. So it's kind of just a next play mentality, you know, like just take it on the chin, you know, tell the guys it's my bad, I got to be better for you guys, and work to just, you know, go 1-0 on the next play, try to win the next play.
You guys obviously are still undefeated in the MAC, but before this game, you know, 3-0 coming in, there's probably a lot of outside noise just from the momentum that you guys have built. How were you able to kind of block that out and come and put together your best performance of the season tonight?
Yeah, I think kind of the message is, the main message is focus on going 1-0, like I talked about earlier. Just nothing matters except, you know, winning this week. And it started in practice. You know, we got to win on Tuesday, give us a chance on Wednesday to win Thursday, give us a chance on Friday, and then eventually, you know, in the game on Saturday. So just going 1-0 in everything that we do, you know, and kind of focusing on that mentality. And that's a play-by-play, a practice-by-practice into the game. And then the second part of it is, like, we expected to be in this situation. You know, like we've got a veteran group. We returned everybody from last year, all of our good players, all the guys that were impact players. So for us, we expected to be here. You know, obviously everything's, you know, been earned so far, and we're not looking past anybody, but we kind of expected ourselves to be in this position.
Jaden Nixon goes over 100 yards rushing again. If the nation doesn't know about this guy now, just what's so different about how he carries the football for you guys?
Yeah, he's awesome. He does a really good job of being where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there. And like I said, it all starts up front. You know, if you really watch the film, those guys up front are doing a tremendous job opening stuff up for him. And, you know, he's a special talent. You know, anything can happen when he has the ball in his hands. So it's awesome for me. You know, sometimes it takes a little bit of pressure off, you know, having a guy like that. And, you know, I'm just really happy and proud for all the stuff that he's overcoming in his career and kind of being where he is now.
All right, thanks, Hayden.
Thank you, guys.
Coach, we'll start with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
Really proud of our football team, the way that they came out tonight. I challenged them this week, one, to just have a 1-0 mindset, to focus on this week, not worry about what we had done previously or what our record was, to really focus on the process of getting better. And I tell you what, they showed up this week just hungry and humble to get better, to find a way to just improve on the things that we knew that we needed to get better at, and really just look in the mirror. So for that, I was proud. I thought tonight we played our best, most complete game in all three phases, offensively, defensively, and special teams. And that's really hard to do in today's world where everybody wants to pat you on the back. Everybody wants to tell you, hey, you guys are 3-0, you've done this. For 18 to 22-year-olds to really focus on the process and really want to get better, I think shows the maturity of our group. But I just thought, defensively, we came out, we forced 4 turnovers, we had 5 sacks, 10 TFLs. I think we held them to 1 of 11 on third down, and it was excellent how the defense responded. I really challenged them in the critical situations to be great this week. I thought they did an excellent job answering that call. It was a group effort like we always talk about. On offense, really proud we continue to be efficient in what we're doing. Offensively, we had 569 yards of total offense. We had 358 yards rushing. That's so hard to do. We had 8 explosive plays. Our O-line continues to be excellent, creating those yards after contact and really setting a mentality up front. Jaden Nixon had over 100 yards today. Buckley had 2 touchdowns. But it continues to be a group effort with the tight ends, Blake Bosma, Chris Tootle, Marion Harbowski, the guys on the perimeter, Kenny Womack, Jordan Parker, Kavion Mack, different guys stepping up and taking opportunities to make plays. And so I just gave a shout out to a bunch of guys, but I'm so proud of our group, what they did, how they stayed focused. And that really has to be our mentality as we move forward. Let's go 1-0. Let's focus on the process. Let's not be satisfied, never settle. And continue to raise our standard in everything that we do. But I also want to thank our fans tonight. We had 23,537 in attendance. You guys continue to be awesome. Bronco Nation is incredible. It's best atmosphere in the MAC, and that's what makes this place special is the support that we have. It's the highest attendance since 2018. So we continue to set records in different ways here. And I think, it's a testament to some special things going on here. So I'm excited.
Coach, talking about that backfield, again, it seems like at any time you can hand it off or, call a play for one of 3 guys and they can make some magic happen out of that backfield. Just what you can say about that trio of backs.
Well, you just said it. It's one of the most fearsome backfields in the MAC and probably in the country right now. When those guys take turns and they all contribute in a huge way, it's really special to see. And they challenge each other and cheer for each other. They cheer each other's success on. That just doesn't happen. More guys say, hey, what can I get? How much are you going to give me? Why am I not getting more carries? Why am I not getting more reps? Those guys have not said that at all. Jaden Nixon, Buckley, Oldie, those guys are what great teammates look like and what great teams are made of. And I think that they set a mentality for our team. And again, it really has just been a mindset on offense that it's going to be whatever it takes. We've done a really great job. I think, Coach Bell, the offensive staff, has done an excellent job. One, putting our players in great position to make plays, and then doing what they do well to play to their strengths and complement, our skill set. It's led to the efficiency of our offense to be really balanced in what we do, run game and pass game. Hayden Wolff really does an excellent job keeping us on track, being efficient, getting the ball where it needs to go. And we've been able to put so much on his plate just from a processing standpoint to double call plays or allow him the ability to kill plays or check plays. And that has been a huge advantage for our offense and just what we've been able to do. And he does a great job with that. Our offensive staff continues to put together great plans. So really proud of all those guys, and it really takes all of them there.
You talk about Hayden. There seems to be this calm, this demeanor to him that a lot of guys just again, he can just kind of calm guys down. And again, the last couple of weeks, he really has showed out and put up solid and efficient and, really impressive numbers for you guys. Just what have you seen from him maybe over the last month or so that's really got you so excited about how he can really lead this offense?
I've always loved Hayden's preparation, how he leads our offense by setting the standard every single day. I think what you're seeing in Hayden's game right now is his confidence go to the next level. He's always been cool as a cucumber. I mean, ice water in his veins, the ability to not get too high or too low. That's who he is every single day. I love his leadership and his ability to lead off the field during the week so that our guys understand what the standard is offensively. He does an excellent job getting our players together, them watching film on their own, making sure that they are all on the same page, that they communicate what the calls are, that they know what the adjustments are, and that they talk as a group to make sure that they're 11 playing as one, and everybody understands everybody else's responsibilities and what the communication is supposed to be. He does an excellent job with that. On the field, he's playing at a really high level right now because of his confidence. He processes things really well. He reads and reacts. He doesn't dictate or predetermine where the ball is going to go. He allows the defense to dictate where the ball goes, and I think that you see that because he spreads and distributes the ball to so many different players. He's not saying, hey, Blake Bosma is my favorite target. I'm going to him no matter what the coverage is. He lets the coverage dictate where the ball goes, and I think that really good quarterbacks do that. I think he's playing at a high level with a great rhythm. I think when you can do what we can do running the football, it gives him great confidence in the pass game, and now we've got some really great pass catchers and some speed on the perimeter to really stretch the field deep, and I think that that's a good spot. And again, Coach Bell has done an excellent job doing what Hayden does well, what his skill set is. He is really good at processing at the line of scrimmage, getting us in or out of the right play or out of the wrong play, hand the ball off, play action shots, boots and nakeds. That's his game. That's what he does really well at.
You mentioned the explosive plays. Obviously, Nixon had a 92-yard career long, and then Abdus Salam had a 70-yard career long. What do those explosive plays do for you guys going forward in the game, or how do they affect kind of your strategy going forward?
Well, that's one of the things that we talk about, create explosive plays on offense and limit the explosive plays on defense. That was what we did better tonight, was being able to create explosive plays, win the explosive battle, but limit explosive plays on defense. So, again, really proud of our defense and what they did there. That was a side note from what you asked. I mean, Jaden Nixon had a 92-yard touchdown run, second longest in Western Michigan history. That's points. That creates great momentum plays. It really fires everybody up, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams. It creates that buy-in for his teammates. What Oldie has done, he had a huge run there for us in the second half, 70-plus yards. He continues to play at a really high level and do great things for us in the run game and pass game, and then Buckley coming in and having the 2 touchdowns. But it is a proven stat that an explosive play on any given drive almost doubles or increases the chances for you to score and get points on that drive. And so that's what explosive plays do. They turn it into points.
Wolff threw the interception late in the second quarter, and then they scored. What did you tell you guys at halftime, maybe to kind of motivate them or get them back in the game?
Well, one of the things that I challenged our guys with this week was playing with consistency, but then also having that killer instinct and mentality to always attack, and when you have a team on the ropes, to be able to finish. And so my mentality as the head coach at the end of the half was we weren't just going to take it to half, happy to be up 38-0. Like that was not going to be my mentality. I can't preach that all week to our players and demand that and then not do that myself. So we got the ball back there. We were going to go score. We had 3 timeouts. If we got a first down, we were going to put it in 2-minute mode to try to go get points there. And unfortunately, offensively, we have a tip pass, and we throw an interception that puts the defense in a really tough spot right there. And on a sudden change, our defense goes out. We have a PI call, and then we allow a touchdown. we need opportunities in games to work those so that we can get better in those critical end of half or end of game 2-minute scenarios. Like, it's not a give up situation. Like, I'm not taking 3 timeouts to half and happy with a lead. I want to see how we can continue to get better and challenge ourselves, because you don't know when those opportunities are going to win or lose you games, and you just don't get enough work at them in practice. And so that was really my mentality there. So when we went into half, I was very frustrated that we didn't handle that situation very well. We didn't have a sense of urgency there at the end of half. It was almost like we were happy and satisfied and settled, and that is not a killer instinct or a killer mentality. And so that was really where I just challenged them. I said, listen, we played a really good half outside of the first, the last 42 seconds in the half, but it's 0-0. We have to play to our standard. I don't care what the score is. I don't care what the scoreboard says. I don't care who's in the game. We have to play to our standard, and I challenged them with those things.
We already talked to Hallock, but what can you say about his performance today? 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, 5 tackles.
I thought he played excellent. He really did. He was all over the field. He had 2 interceptions, 5 tackles, which you just mentioned. It's his leadership. It's just like we talked about with Hayden. What I appreciate about Tate is he practices that way every single day. He really challenged the defense this week in terms of we weren't playing to our standard defensively and what the expectation was there. So I appreciate his leadership, his willingness to step up and step out. And he showed up and showed out today, which was excellent. He does a great job for us. And I challenge those guys even in the second half to not let their foot off the gas. If we are going to have the mentality that we're never satisfied and never settled, then that's the mentality that we need to have no matter what the score is. And that's just the way that I'm wired.
You guys are up to double digits in turnovers in the last 3 or 4 games now. Just what have you noticed from your defensive coordinator, Scott Power, and how he's been able to change this into more of an opportunistic group?
Well, I think Coach Power's done an excellent job. I mean, when you look at what we did this week in particular, and the 4 forced turnovers tonight, 5 sacks, 10 TFLs. We played at an extremely high level tonight on defense. It was our most complete game defensively, our best performance. We held them 1 out of 11 on third downs. They got off the field. We challenged our guys to be better in critical situations. And I think Coach Power, new coordinator, it's a new system. And I've told him from day one, and I told him and I told our defensive staff, I told our players this, I have belief and confidence in what we're doing defensively. And we have been really close to playing really well if we did a better job tackling the football and eliminating the explosive plays. And so I think there was a belief in there from his standpoint and our defensive staff that we're really close. We don't have to completely change what we're doing. Let's continue to trust our players, put them in better situations to succeed, and just tighten up a few things. And that's what they did this week. I thought that they really played at a high level. I think the confidence really showed. So I was excited for those guys to play tonight and really be able to get some confidence. And so a couple of more things that we can clean up, which is always good coming out of a win. I'm not going to be satisfied or settled with just winning.
I know you don't want to look, too far ahead. But to just be at this point from where you were last year, from what you had to go through, from all, the struggles to get to here, to 4-0 in the MAC, I just wanted to get your perspective on, just the team camaraderie or the vibe right now, what it's like to be a Western Michigan Bronco right now.
Well, I think there's something really special going on in that locker room, and I'm really proud of the players, their buy-in, commitment, belief in each other, but also the commitment, belief, and buy-in from our coaches and support staff. I mean, everybody from day one has bought in and been hungry to really want to raise the standard. And even when the wins weren't showing up, they believed in the work that we were doing and the habits that we were creating. And those things show up before the wins show up. And sometimes that's really hard. And I'm proud that they continued to believe in that, continued to trust in what we were doing. And they saw it even when the wins weren't showing up, even when we went through some of those dark days, and those are hard. It's hard to continue to believe and buy in when the wins aren't showing up because you're working harder than you ever have. I'm demanding more than they've ever, the standard has changed, and yet you're still getting some of the same results. And really, they saw the work and they believed in the work, and I'm proud of that. I think that's really hard in today's age to really not focus on the results. And that's where right now, even though I'm excited about where we are, we can't be happy with 4-0. And like, you won't hear me say that. I don't care where we are right now. We want to be at the end. We want to focus on 1-0. And that's all we got to do is do what we did this week and stay laser focused on the process of just going 1-0 each week. And if we do that and not let ourselves get distracted and not worry about the scoreboard or the record, then we'll continue to have success.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.